Good evening, students. Welcome to the 8th session of Basic Electrical Engineering ESEE 101, first module DC circuit. In this session, you are going to learn the time domain analysis of RC circuit, and based on the formulations of RC circuit, we will solve some numericals and then I will give you some assignments based on the theoretical part of time domain analysis of RC circuit. Okay, but let's solve the assignment that I gave in 7th session. Question number 1. In the figure, the switch is kept at position 1 and steady state condition is reached. At t equals to 0, the switch is then moved to position 2. Find the current in both the cases. This is the circuit given. So, if it is moved at position 1 and it is kept for longer time, then this inductor will act as a short circuit path. Why? Because at longer time for this inductor, when it is connected at position 1, the L di dt becomes 0, right? Because the rate of change of current for steady state condition is 0. So the voltage developed across the inductor is 0. So this whole circuit, the current movement will be like this, okay, through the switch, and this circuit will act as resistive one, and total resistance will be 20 plus 10, that is 30. Okay, so at steady state condition, the current is I equals to 100 divided by 10 plus 20 ohm equals to 3.33. Okay, now next step, it is moved at position 2. Now as you can see it, this whole 10 ohm and in series with this DC voltage source get bypassed by this shorted path. So what will happen here? The stored energy, the magnetic energy that is stored in the inductor, that will deliver a current. Okay, this will act as a voltage source and that will send the current through this path. Okay, this is called the RL decaying circuit. Okay, this one, the first, when it is moved to position 1, it is called RL charging circuit. Okay, and this is called decaying circuit. Fine. Now in this decaying circuit, since there is no voltage source, the RL decaying circuit, the grown up current decays to 0 gradually. By how? This stored energy is depleted by heat through this resistor. Okay, when current is flowing through the resistor, the heat will be generated and that will be dissipated and the current value gradually decreases to 0, and that current value is capital I into e to the power minus t by tau. How will you calculate it? This formulation will be R into I plus L into di dt. Okay, equal to 0. Now calculate this formula. Okay, calculate the time domain analysis. Okay, you will find out that the final value will be I equals to capital I into e to the power minus t by tau. What is this capital I? This capital I is the previous steady state value, that is 3.33. This value will put this I. Okay, and tau value here. What is the tau value in this? When it is moved to position 2 in this circuit, 20 ohm is R and L value is 0.5. So L by R give you the tau value. So tau value here is 0.025. Okay, so the decaying I equals to 3.33 into e to the power minus t by 0.025 equals to 3.33 into e to the power minus 40t. So this will be the current formula through which the current will decay gradually. Okay, now going to the RC circuit. In previous session, I discussed the RL circuit. Here, instead of the inductor, one capacitor is used. Okay, so just by looking this circuit, you can say that this is your RC charging circuit because current is flowing like this. Okay, and at the initial stage, this capacitor charge is 0, and when the switch is closed, the current will flow through this circuit and the capacitor gets charged. Fine. Now, the figure shows a capacitor C in series with a resistor R, forming a RC charging circuit connected across a DC battery supply, that is VS here, via a mechanical switch, that is switch. Okay, better to call it as S. At time 0, when the switch is first closed, the capacitor gradually charges up through the resistor until the voltage across it reaches the supply voltage of the battery. The manner in which the capacitor charges is showing here. Okay, so when the current flows gradually, this VC is the voltage developed across the capacitor, and this voltage will develop gradually. Okay, when this capacitor is fully charged, the voltage across the capacitor will be simply Vs. Okay, now how to derive the voltage across the capacitor and the current flowing through the circuit? Let us assume the capacitor C is fully discharged as initial and the switch S is fully open. These are the initial conditions of the circuit. Then at t equals to 0, I equals to 0 and Q equals to 0. Okay, when the switch is closed, at time t begins at t equals to 0 and current begins to flow into the capacitor via the resistor. Okay, so here we can say that Vs equals to I into R plus 1 by C integration I dt. Now, how to get this formula? You already know that C into dV dt equals to I, right? So 1 by C integration I dt, that will give you the dV value integration. That means your V equals to 1 by C integration I into dt. Clear? Now integrate. Now this I value we already know. Okay, so put this I value and this 1 by C integration I dt, that is already equals to V. Okay, put the value here. So Vs minus V equals to RC into dV dt. Now put all the V values one sided. Clear? Now T by tau equals to 1 by C integration dV by Vs minus V. Now integrate both sides. here let us assume that Vs minus V equals to Z, then dV equals to minus dz. So the whole this term will be reduced like this, dz by z with minus sign. Clear? So T by tau equals to minus of ln z plus k, where k is a constant. Clear? Now what is the z value? Z value is Vs minus V. Okay. Now put the initial condition. What is initial condition? Now at t equals to 0, the capacitor was fully depleted. Okay, so voltage across the capacitor is 0. Now it is charging gradually. So at t equals to 0, V is also 0. Therefore, K equals to ln into Vs. Fine. So T by tau equals to minus of ln Vs minus V plus ln Vs. Now put this logarithmic value into one term like this. Okay, but before, the negative sign is taken common and it is put in the left hand side. Okay, next, that is minus T by tau equals to ln Vs minus V divided by Vs. So that exponential term. Okay, now taking antilog, e to the power minus T by tau equals to 1 minus V by Vs. So V equals to Vs into 1 minus e to the power minus T by tau. So this is the voltage that is charging and developing across the capacitor with time. Okay. Now here also we can derive the current that will flow through the circuit. What is the value? I equals to C into dV dt. Okay. So derivative of this equation, that will be Vs is taken common, Vs will go outside, and the whole part will be 1 by tau into e to the power minus T by tau. So current will be Vs by R into e to the power minus T by tau. So here if you put T equals to 0, what will you find? At T equals to 0, e to the power minus 0 means 1. So Vs by R, that means at T equals to 0, I value is always maximum, that is Vs by R. In the graph, you can also see that the current at T equals to 0, that means when switch is just closed, the total current is maximum, the value is Vs by R. And if you put here T equals to infinite, here e to the power minus infinite, that means 1 divided by e to the power infinite, that means the total value is 0. 0 into Vs by R, that will be also 0. So I value at infinite time will be 0. Okay, here in this curve you can also see that at time t tends to infinity, when time is past a bigger time, the current flowing in the circuit is totally 0. So actually what is happening when RC is connected, suppose this is your R, this is your C, okay, it is connected across this voltage source. Okay, what is happening when at T equals to 0, at T equals to 0, the current is maximum, that means this capacitor will work as a short circuit path. Okay, this capacitor is short circuit. Okay, but at T equals to infinite, what is happening? At t equals to infinite, here see the current is 0. So when the current is 0, though it is a closed loop, at t tends to infinity, current is 0 means the capacitor is fully charged. So no rate of change of voltage is there. So current is basically 0. That means at t tends to infinity, the capacitor will work as open circuit. And you already know that when a circuit is open at one terminal, no current will flow, because for current to flow in the circuit, there must be a closed path. Okay. So at t tends to infinity, the capacitor is open circuit, and the voltage across the capacitor, that will be equals to the source voltage. Okay, so this is the capacitor charging circuit, and the current is flowing is called capacitor charging current. Similarly, if in that capacitor there is no voltage source and the capacitor was fully charged in previous case, okay, in that case the capacitor will deliver the current, and that current will decay through the resistor by heat. So that RC circuit will be called as the current decaying circuit. Okay. Now here you can see the change in RC value, how the voltage and current is changing when the time equals to 0.5 time constant, that means tau. The total voltage across the capacitor is 39.3% of the maximum, and the current is 60.7%. Similarly, when it is tau, it is 63.2%, and the current is 36.8%. When it is 2 tau, okay, and what is the charging time, this tau here, that is RC. Okay, for RL circuit, remember this thing, for RL circuit, tau equals to L by R, but for RC circuit, this tau equals to RC. Okay, remember this difference. This will help you while solving the numerical. That we will see later. Okay, when it is 3 tau, that percentage of voltage is 95%. So see, the capacitor voltage, it is increasing gradually. Okay, as the time increases, the capacitor voltage is increasing gradually. When it is 4 tau, it is 98.2%. When it is 5 tau, it is 99.3%. That means when the time is at infinite, the whole capacitor will be charged at full, and the current that will flow in the circuit, that will be almost 0. Fine. It is to be noted that the charging curve for a RC charging circuit is exponential and non-linear. This means that in reality the capacitor never reaches the 100% fully charged. So for all practical purposes, after 5 time constants, it reaches the 99.3% charge. And at this point, the capacitor is considered to be fully charged. This is basically the practical case. Okay, because we cannot wait for t tends to infinite, because for infinite number, we cannot say that any number is infinite. Okay, so, and this is the capacitor charging current, this one is the capacitor charging voltage. Voltage is increasing and current is decreasing. When at 5t, see the voltage is almost 99.3%, right? This is your 99.3%, and here the current is 0.7%. Okay. Now some example. Calculate the RC time constant tau of the following circuit. One circuit is given where R value is 47 kilo ohm and C value is 1000 microfarad. What is 1 microfarad? 1 microfarad means 10 to the power minus 6 farad. Okay, remember this one, 10 to the power minus 6 farad. That means 1000 microfarad, 10 to the power 3. This will be multiplied. Okay. Now, what will be the value of the voltage across the capacitor plates at exactly 0.7 time constant? 0.7 time constant means 0.7 into tau. Okay. At that point, the Vc equals to 0.5 Vs. Okay. Because put the value now. What is the Vc value? Vc value is Vc equals to V into 1 minus e to the power minus t by tau. Okay. So put the value of t here, e to the power minus 0.7. So voltage you can get. So Vc equals to 0.5 almost into 5 volt equals to 2.5 volt. Clear? Next, what value will be the voltage across the capacitor at one time instant, time constant? What is one time constant? That means when t equals to tau. Okay, at 1 tau, the Vc equals to 0.63. Put the value t equals to tau here. You will get the voltage across the capacitor. Fine. So Vc value is 0.632 into 5. So all over voltage is 3.15 volts. So here also you can see one thing, that when the time constant is, when the time is 0.7 tau, the voltage is 2.5. Okay. When it is increased to 1 tau, the voltage is increasing. The value is 3.15 volt. Okay. Now, question number C. How long will it take to fully charge the capacitor from the supply? Now, from the capacitor, we have fully charged after 5 time constant that we already learned. Okay. 1 time constant equals to 1 tau equals to 47 seconds. Okay. From the above we already know. Fine. Because what is the tau value? Tau means RC. Tau equals to RC. What is the R value? That is 47 into 10 to the power 3. Fine. What is the C value? That is 10 to the power 3 microfarad. That means 10 to the power minus 6. Okay. This will be cancelled out. So it will be 47 seconds. Okay. This 47 seconds is put here. So 5 tau means 5 into 47 seconds. That means 235 seconds. This is the approximate value for the capacitor to get fully charged. Okay. Because 99.3% charged capacitor is considered here as fully charged case. Now, the voltage across the capacitor after 100 seconds. That means T value is 100 seconds and RC value is, we already know. Okay, what is the RC value? 47 seconds. Put those values. T value is 100. RC value is 47. Calculate this value. You will get the answer as 4.4 volt. Okay. Now, question number 2. the 10 microfarad capacitor in RC circuit shown in the figure has initial charge of 100 microcoulomb with polarities shown here. Okay, at t equals to 0, switch being closed, fine, the DC voltage 100 volt comes into play. Find the expression for the current. Okay, so at here at initial condition the capacitor is already charged and its polarity is given, that is upper plate is minus, that is negative, and lower plate is positive. Okay, so now apply the KVL circuit here. By applying KVL circuit, you can see that current will flow like this path. Okay, that is 100 volt through this 500 into I, if I current is flowing, into 1 by C integration I dt, because V across the capacitor is already known to us. The value is 1 by C integration I dt. Okay, so C value is here and integration I dt is kept here. Now differentiate both sides, okay, with respect to time. So since 100 is a constant source, d dt of any constant value is always 0. Now 500 into di dt, and here it is I by C. Okay, next calculate the value of the I with respect to time. Okay, that is 500 into di dt plus 10 to the power 5 into I, and di dt plus 200I, because divide both sides by 500 and you will get di dt equals to 200I. So di by I, because here one step is short. What was that? That is di dt equals to minus 200I. Okay, so di is kept here in denominator in left hand side, and 200 is already there. Okay, so final value is di dt equals to integration dt by 200. Okay, so this value you will get as ln I equals to minus t by 200 plus k. Okay, now here at t equals to 0, the charge across the capacitor is 100 microcoulomb. So the voltage across the capacitor will be 100 microcoulomb by 10 microfarad, that means 10 volt, that is VC at t equals to 0. The initial current flow in the circuit was 0.22 ampere. Okay, so that form of the given equation, the K value is ln 0.22. So ln I equals to minus t by 200 plus ln 0.22. Okay, therefore ln I divided by 0.22 equals to minus t by 200. So I value becomes the 0.22 into e to the power minus t by 200 ampere. So this is the current equation that will flow through this circuit. Okay, so this is the expression of current. So that is the process you have to follow. Okay, and since you haven't read yet the Laplace transform, this process will get much easier if you follow the Laplace transform. Okay, since you haven't studied, that's why this normal integration and derivation process is done. Okay, now here the last part, the assignments that you have to do on your own. Okay, that is a steady state is reached in the circuit shown in the given figure when the switch is at 1. At t equals to 0, the switch is moved to position, this is your 2, position 2. find the drop across the capacitor as well as the resistor. Also find the energy stored across the capacitor after t equals to 0.1 millisecond. Okay, so here in this circuit, one 10-volt source, DC source, is connected at 1 point, okay, and this circuit, this 50 ohm with 0.1 microfarad capacitor in series is common to both the sources. So what is happening here, when it is connected at 1, at that time it is reaching the steady state value, okay. Next, when it is reached to steady state value, that means the capacitor is fully charged, okay, and then it is moved to second point, point number 2. So what will happen here? 5 volt is connected with opposite polarity. So consider the KVL source, KVL type formation, okay. Now using the KVL formula, formulate the equation, and by integration and differentiation calculate the value of current, okay. What is the I? Function of t, okay, and there put in place of t 0.1 millisecond, that means 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 3. So one numerical value you will get. Okay, I hope you can solve it. So that's from today. Thank you.